Alright y'all, ignore the weird lighting. In today's video, I have a September TBR list. I've never done a specific month's TBR. I always do a season or a couple of months. I get overwhelmed if I test myself on being consistent because I'm a big mood reader, so if I'm not in the mood to read a book, I don't read it, and that's fine. But this month I have quite the variety of books that I really want to get into. We're gonna go over them today. I have quite a few books here, so a lot of these, honestly, if we're being realistic with ourselves, are probably going to slowly move into October, maybe even November. But these are some books that I definitely want to get to ASAP, so we're just gonna jump in. This pile is massive. Let me try and lift it. Hang on. Oops, we're losing books, guys. This is absolutely atrociously massive. We're gonna jump in, a quick sneak peek of a ton of books that we're gonna talk about today. I think I have 15 books here. Sorry, the sun is starting to set and it's at such a weird angle. Maybe I'll move my camera over here. It's a little better. I have quite a few books here. It's very optimistic. I'm probably not gonna be able to get to half of them. We're not gonna get discouraged yet. I'm not gonna get discouraged until half the month's over. So let's just jump in and talk about the books on my TBR for September. I have no specific order to go in. Here's just a couple examples of books that I'm definitely going to try and get to this month. I'm not sure if I'm gonna finish out the Shatter Me series this month. It might end up being October with the novellas, because I am reading the novellas in the series. I just have Ignite Me and Restore Me. I honestly will probably get to these. I'm probably gonna read one of these and then a couple books in between and then come back. So I just bought Defy Me today. I do have that book. So these are the next 3 novels to read, which is Defy Me, Restore Me, and Ignite Me. You can look up the reading numbers for this series if you're interested. The next book that I'm really excited about is Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood. My favorite rom-com of all time is The Love Hypothesis, so I'm very excited to read this. This is a NASA engineer relationship, which I absolutely love, and I think it's enemies to lovers if I'm correct. I was so dedicated to The Love Hypothesis, so I have a special place in my heart for that book. Next book I really want to get to is Nothing More to Tell. This is Karen M. McManus's new book. I am obsessed with this woman. She is one of my favorite authors. She is probably one of, if not my top YA author. She does murder mystery books. I don't know anything about this book and I think I'm gonna go into it blind. I don't want to really spoil anything for myself, and I kind of have been liking just picking up a book and going into it and just being either surprised by it or seeing if my assumptions are right for how a book's gonna go. I know nothing about this. She always has multiple perspectives and she usually has a romance subplot, so that's what I'm gonna guess is this book, if all her other books are like that. Then we have The Deal by Elle Kennedy. This is the first book in the Off-Campus series. Everyone's read this series, so I decided to buy the first book to see if I was into it. If Garrett Graham rings a bell to anybody, he is the love interest in this book and everyone always talks about him. I don't know anything about this book. I absolutely hate all the covers so much, but it's okay. I'm sure I'll end up loving this book. Then we have The Inheritance Games. I really want to read this month or next month. It just kind of seems like a dreary fall day kind of book, so I would love to read this. This gets compared to Knives Out. If you enjoy that movie, you should check out this series. I know the 3rd book just came out, so. Then we have The Silent Patient. I definitely am going to read this month. I've had this for only a couple weeks, but everyone raves about this. This is the TikTok thriller book, and everyone always says they're shocked with the plot twist. I feel like I've seen very few people talk about finding it predictable or anything like that, so I'm very eager to see what I think of this. I might do a reading vlog for a couple of these books, either individually, or I'm kind of starting to consider doing a reading vlog for a few books I read and then post them, and you get to see my real-time reactions and updates. So if you're into that, let me know, because I am definitely considering doing that. Then we have Hopeless by Colleen Hoover. I haven't read a Colleen book for a little while, so I wanted to just toss this in here. I know this is a very heavy book. I don't want to give anything away because the sensitive topic is kind of the main, not necessarily plot, but I kind of got it spoiled in a way because I don't believe it's on the back of this. But it's definitely a very sensitive topic, so it's something that you might not enjoy. I would recommend looking that up, but I do know this is definitely going to make me sob when I read it. Then I bought this pack of the Maze Runner books all together for $20 at, well, it's the first 4. I believe there is 7 or 8 books or something like that, but people say after the first 4 it doesn't really matter anymore. So if I enjoy it, I guess I'd continue on, but I at least want to read the first book in the next little while because I've had this pack for 4 months and I'm really getting into dystopian stuff right now, and I love the Maze Runner movies. They're one of my favorite movie series of all time. This is actually one of my favorite movies. I never read the book because I didn't know if I'd be into it, since it's kind of a controversial book. You either love or hate it. I feel like there's like fan accounts for this book, and then I feel like there's absolutely people who like drag it through the mud. Like I've never met someone and it was like, it was okay. You know, you either love or hate it. I think I will love this. I saw the movie because I didn't know if I'd be into it, and I just was like, you know what, I'll see the movie. It's 2 hours of my time, and then if I like it, I'll read the book. And I absolutely loved it. I saw it twice, so I do know the movie's a little bit different from the story, but it's like a coming of age story with a subplot of some romance and a subplot of a murder trial. This is Twilight New Moon. I'm throwing this in here, and this is very, very lightly being placed in here. This book is 700 pages, and I definitely want to read it this fall, but I think this is going to be a book that I'm going to just like randomly read a couple of chapters at a time and probably take a month or 2 or so to read this, because I don't see myself finishing a 700-page book in like a couple of days, a couple of weeks, whatever. I see this taking me a while, and Twilight New Moon's actually my favorite Twilight movie, so I think I'm going to love this book, but it's definitely going to take me some time to finish. And I do want to read all the Twilight books eventually, but this one's just going on here lightly because I would like to at least read it by the end of the year. So then we have Credence by Penelope Douglas. I've had this a while, so I definitely want to get to this soon. This is a very like taboo, scandalous kind of story, and I'm not going to fill you in on anything about it because I don't want to give any of the plot away, and honestly, if you hear me say it, it's just a very weird story, but I thought I'd be, I don't know, entertained by it. I like very crazy, just like what the heck is going on kind of concepts. The only reason I'm also throwing this in here is because the cover, like dreary, rainy, just kind of cold weather, and I do know that she goes and stays somewhere for like fall and winter in like a secluded place, so I just feel like it'd be a colder day book. Then we have The House Across the Lake. I really want to read this fall. I'm so excited to get to this. This is a newer buy I just got, so if I don't get to it, it's okay. Then this is a Haley fan book, Better Than the Movies. I feel like everyone went and bought this the second that Haley fan said it was her favorite. Ever since she said it was like her favorite book of all time, and I just know it's like a sweet kind of rom-com YA romance, and I can get down with a YA romance every once in a while. I would like to get to that eventually, as well as the final book, which last and finally not least is Layla. This is definitely going to be read this month or next month. So I guess this is kind of like a fall TBR, but let's just say we're gonna try and read most of it in September. This is like a supernatural romance. I know nothing about this book. I just know that there's paranormal activity going on in this book, as well as the fact of like a romance. I'm not sure if one's a subplot. I'm not sure if like one's a main plot. I'm not sure if they're like both end up being a plot. I don't know. I know nothing about it. But I'm throwing it in here because this looks fall to me. I don't know. I don't know. That's my TBR. So it's long. Let me count how many books. So I have 14 books that I want to get to. Do I think I can do that? Probably not. I'm gonna say 10 to 12 maximum. The most I've read in 1 month I think was 11 or 12 books, so I don't think I'm gonna be able to get to it, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see. If I have a lot of free time, like I've already almost finished a book and it's currently the second when I'm filming this. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I am very excited to get to all of these books. I've had some of these for absolutely the longest time, and others I literally bought like today. So I'm very excited to get to these books, and there's quite the variety here. So if you have any other book recommendations or book videos you want me to make, let me know. I'm always open to suggestions, and I do want to start making some reading vlogs for like 2 or 3 books I'm reading at the time, because it would only take me like a week or so to film. I might have to make that soon, especially if I have this many books going on this month. I will see you guys all next time. You should totally subscribe, and thank you for 500 subscribers. I absolutely love you guys so much, and I love all the support. Thank you. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.